Welcome to today's deep dive. We are pulling from the August 25, 2026 edition of the Daily Tech Reader today.
Lots of ground to cover.
Yeah, there really is. And our mission for this one is to unpack how AI is basically moving from a passive tool to an independent actor.
Right.
And how this entirely new agentic era is completely reshaping hardware, the global economy, and obviously cybersecurity.
Yeah, it really is a fundamental leap. I mean, the era of the passive chatbot where you prompt it and it just generates text that's ending.
Right. It's like AI graduated from an intern that you have to handhold for every little thing into a general contractor who just gets the house built.
That is a perfect way to look at it. AI is taking independent action now. Look at OpenAI. They're pushing these codex-style agents into everyday multi-step office workflows.
So it's not just writing code anymore.
Exactly. It's clicking through your apps, making decisions, executing tasks for you. You just tell it the end goal.
And the scale of this is already wild. I mean, SpaceX is using Grok right now to handle thousands of Starlink customer support interaction.
Yeah, autonomous agents inside critical infrastructure.
And even physical robotics are shifting. There's this startup, generalist AI robotics, that just raised $200 million.
Right. To build a single AI brain that controls multiple, completely different robot platforms.
Which makes sense because the intelligence is the bottleneck, not the metal bodies.
Exactly. But honestly, the most staggering shift in the sources today is happening in the scientific models.
Oh, you mean accelerated understanding?
Yes. They just launched a physics-first AI that processed, 5 trillion data points.
Wait, 5 trillion?
5 trillion. And it completely replaces traditional text-based transformers for things like complex weather simulation.
Okay, so how does a physics-first model actually differ from the text AI we've been using? Because that sounds like a totally different beast.
It is. So a traditional text transformer is fundamentally just a prediction engine.
Right.
It guesses the next plausible word based on patterns in its training data.
Like really advanced autocomplete.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But a physics-first AI operates on actual physical laws. It calculates mass, velocity, thermodynamics.
Oh, wow.
So when it models a storm, it's not guessing based on past text articles about storms. It's calculating the atmospheric physics.
That is incredible. And, culturally, the impact is everywhere, too. Apple Music reported that over a third of their new uploads are 100% AI generated.
Yeah, the output is explosive.
But to have an AI acting as a general contractor for the entire digital economy, running workflows, modeling physics, flooding streaming platforms, that has to require just an insane amount of computing power.
Oh, absolutely. Which is why we're seeing the fiercest hardware arms race in history right now.
Right.
Apple just launched their $899 M6 Mac Mini.
With the new 2-nanometer chip, right?
Yes, the industry's first.
Yeah.
Just to put that in perspective, the electrical pathways on that chip are 2 billionths of a meter wide.
Wow. So the data travels a shorter distance, making it wildly faster and using barely any power.
Exactly. It's a massive launch. Right as Tim Cook prepares to hand the CEO reins over to John Ternus on September 1st.
Which is a huge moment on its own. And then over in the data centers, NVIDIA is releasing the 88-core Vera CPU.
Right. And they're promising a 30x throughput gain with that.
So in simple terms, they essentially widen the data highway from 8 lanes to 88 lanes.
Yeah, which allows an AI agent to juggle dozens of complex tasks simultaneously.
Yeah.
And when you couple that with their Grok 3 LPX accelerator, these agent responses are going to feel completely instantaneous.
It's actually reshaping governments. South Korea is funding a record $579 billion budget for 2027, fueled heavily by AI chip tax windfalls.
It's a gold rush.
It is, but I want to push back on the foundation of this a little bit.
Okay, sure.
Because NVIDIA is expected to hit $92 billion in revenue, but analysts are really scrutinizing their infrastructure financing.
Right, the vendor financing loops.
Yeah. Are we building all this hardware because actual users need it today, or are vendors just artificially inflating their own demand to keep this bubble going?
Well, it's a fair critique of the financing, but the underlying compute demand really isn't artificial.
You don't think so?
No, because autonomous agents don't sleep. They run continuously in the background. We're basically laying the digital fiber optics of a new era.
Right.
The sheer math required to run an autonomous global economy just demands it.
I hear that, but it brings up a really glaring problem for me. If we're rushing to lay this infrastructure, the security vulnerabilities are terrifying.
Oh, the security tax is massive.
Yeah. Oasis Security just discovered this flaw called NemoClaw.
Right. Targeting local Ollama AI agents.
And Ollama is supposed to be safe, right? Because it's a private AI you run on your own local laptop, disconnected from the cloud.
It's supposed to be, yeah. Yet Claw completely bypasses that security.
How does it even do that if it's local?
The mechanism is deeply unsettling. If you simply visit a compromised web page, that page can use hidden scripts to manipulate your local agent.
Wow.
It injects persistent instructions into the AI without you ever knowing.
So my private general contractor, which has access to my emails and local files, is suddenly taking orders from a malicious website.
Exactly. It's why startups like Alice just raised $140 million purely for AI model security.
That makes total sense. And we're seeing structural failures everywhere. There's that max severity Oracle WebLogic flaw, CVE 2026-21962.
Yes.
And AnMed Health just got disrupted by a huge ransomware attack. Not to mention, Meta is facing a child safety trial right now in Oakland over addictive product design.
The whole ecosystem is vulnerable.
It is. And companies are getting so sneaky. AliExpress is literally fingerprinting users using inaudible audio signals now.
Yeah, that is one of the most invasive trackers out there.
Right.
A website forces your computer speaker to emit a high-frequency sound wave that human ears just can't detect.
But the microphone on my smartphone sitting on the desk can hear it.
Exactly.
So they link my laptop and my phone together without ever using a single web cookie.
It's brilliant but terrifying.
It really is. So if companies are tracking us with silent sound waves and AI agents can be hijacked just by visiting a web page, aren't we handing the keys to our digital lives to a highly vulnerable system?
Honestly, we are playing with fire. The speed of agentic deployment is vastly outpacing our ability to secure the ecosystem.
So if the foundation is this brittle, who is supposed to play traffic cop, how do you even begin to govern this?
Well, look at what's happening in the physical world with robotaxis right now.
Okay.
Companies like Waymo and Tesla are currently fighting tooth and nail for federal oversight.
Right, because they don't want to deal with local city laws.
Exactly. Dealing with dozens of incompatible, city-by-city local laws is an impossible way to run an autonomous vehicle network. It requires a unified rulebook.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Right. It really begs the question, if physical AI demands federal regulation just to cross a city limit, how long until we realize that digital AI agents, which move instantly across state and national borders, are going to require the exact same thing?
That is definitely something to chew on, a really fascinating look at the agentic era. That's all we have for today's deep dive, but keep an eye on those agents.